I don't know if anybody will actually catch me live or not. I don't have a big following, maybe just under 400 people, but you never know, somebody might catch me. I'm up here in the bee yard and I just want to go through what I've been up to the last few days. Little recap, I guess. On the 21st of April, I did a vertical split on my strong hive, and on the 30th of April, so that was 9 days later, I separated the two halves, and I found one half that had the queen in it and the other half did not have a queen in it. The half that had the queen in it, I moved forward about 6 to 8 feet, 6 feet, I guess. The half that didn't have the queen in it, I put it in the original location. So that means basically all of the workforce that's out in the field will return to the queenless hive because they're still in the same place. Say hi if you're there. I can see somebody's watching. I don't know who it is, but thanks for stopping by. Just talking about what's going on in my small bee yard. So anyway, yeah, the workforce will return to the hive that doesn't have a whole lot of, well, they haven't got any new brood coming in because they haven't got a queen. But I did find a couple of queen cells and one swarm cell in that half. So what I did was I made a split with the queen cell, the swarm cell, and I had 5 frames and I put them in a nuke over here. And the half that had the 2 queen cells, I left them in the original location. The half that had the queen in it was still laying eggs, so they had brood, and they have been moved 6 feet forward, and they are now 4 boxes high with a queen excluder above the second brood box. So 2 brood boxes, 2 excluded boxes from the queen, so they're just honey and nectar. So I had a ton of half-drawn frames from last year that weren't fully capped, and there were some that I had to put aside. They weren't really, they didn't make it too good. They looked kind of dark and not so great, so I put them to one side. At the other side of the yard, I'll let the bees rub them out of anything that's any use to them. The ones that still look nice and yellow comb and they look good, I returned them to the frames and let the bees finish them. So there's a chance I might get an early crop this year from those frames that were half finished from last year. Hi guys, how you doing? I'm not sure who's checking me out. Karina, is she there? Hello, Karina. There's no way. I can't see where the chat is. I can't see the chat. Anyway, just talking about bees here. See if I can turn you around. I'm in the yard, checking out the bees. This is the hive that has the queen, 4 strong. The one behind is queenless. Having said that, the 2 queen cells that were in there have both emerged. So hopefully they've battled it out and they've now got one that's either gone out to get mated or will go out to get mated soon. No eggs in there as yet. And then the weak hive over there is now pretty strong. The bottom box is full of bees and the top box is full of half drawn out, half capped honey and nectar. So they've got lots of resources in there, stuff to clean up, and they've been doing a good job in there. And then this is the nuke with 5 frames and the swarm cell, and it has emerged. I saw that it has emerged, and hopefully she's gone out to get mated or will soon. This all started on the 21st of April when I split this hive, and then the 30th of April when I separated the 2 halves and made a split with the swarm cell. 30th. It is now what, the 10th, I think. I think it's the 10th of May. So that's been 10 days. Anyway, things are looking pretty good in the yard. Lots of bees. And no, they're not stinging me. Hi, Karina. How are you? Jose Damien. Hello, Jose. Dave. Hi, how you doing, Dave? Sounds good. The season has turned around. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm pretty happy right now. Sitting with the birds and the bees. Talking of birds, I've got barn swallows in my carport. I have robins nesting on my front window. They have 3 babies. The barn swallows are building a new nest because I broke the old one down. What else have we got? A stray cat that hangs around. He's super friendly now. I've been feeding him. So I just don't have any koi fish in a pond anymore because of the bald eagles took them. So 15 people watching, that's unbelievable. Robins all over here at the moment. Yep, lots of robins. I like the robins though. They're good. But hopefully we're going to get lots of honey this year. I cut the front grass and the side grass today. Let's go for a walk. It's a good day to go for a walk. Anyway, there's the bees. And the pond. No fish, maybe some frogs. What do you think? Down to the river. The Bell River, the beautiful river. Yeah, this is the back of the property. The property line is in the middle of the river. So, which is kind of nice. I like that. That's the old chicken coop. We used to have chickens and ducks and turkeys. And then the wooded lot next to us. And I think they're going to start building next to us this year. So we get all kinds of critters in there. There was some geese nesting in there this year. I just cut that apple tree down. Got to finish that. I'll have to remember eagles and fish ponds. Yeah, we need to have a lot of hawks and eagles here. We do have. Yeah, we got a lot of that too, but we never had bald eagles before this year. Yeah, this is the lot next to us. I see they've already put a portage on. They delivered that just yesterday. And this is the open lot next to us. I think they're going to be building 3 houses there. Just did some trimming this morning. Cut down the old sumac tree. It's pretty well dead. But yeah, they're going to be building 3 houses. But I think the back of the properties will be right here. So they're not going to go back to the river like mine does. So hopefully it won't be too terrible. But we'll see. Anyway. So going all the way around the yard. Let's go look at those robins. There they are. There's the robins. There's 3 in the nest, I think. See if I can climb up there. 3 little robins. 3 little robins in the nest. There's a puppy dog. Hey, Finn. Oh, and around the other side of the house. Got to cut the back grass. Those dandelions go crazy. But I don't spray. I'd rather see dandelions than poison the yard. That's my opinion anyway. Yes. All right, what do you say? Good think a lot. They're building around you too, eh, Dave? You can train the dandelions over years. I don't really mind dandelions. My neighbor, however, he's a good guy. He owns a golf course. And so he brings all the chemicals back and sprays his yard with all the same chemicals that they use on the golf course. So he doesn't have too many dandelions. I've got lots. It doesn't bother me any. Doesn't bother me. Yeah, these are the frames that I took out that I'm not returning to the bees because the comb is just dark and not so great looking. But the bees will rub all that out. You can see they're on this frame, a couple on that frame. So I'll probably actually move them down to the house. They like to rub them out when it's in a sunny location. The wife doesn't like it in the sun though, or on the patio, because yeah, you end up with a million bees on the patio. Doesn't bother me any though. Yeah, another one of my swarm traps. So no interest yet. Hopefully we'll catch some swarms. So right now I'm looking at 4 hives. I've got 2 nukes on order, so that'll be my 6. So if I get more, then I have another location, actually a couple of different locations I can bring swarms to, or nukes to. There's a nice butterfly. Yeah. Anyway. Sound is gone, I think. Oh, maybe it was my fingers in the way. Cool. The seasoning is rolling good. It sure is, Dave. Sure is. Sure is, mate. I took the entrance reducer off of these guys because they're so strong. These 2 bottom boxes are packed. The next honey box, the super, it's a deep super. I only use deep stuff. I don't use any of the mediums. All the equipment's exactly the same. They do get super heavy. They do get heavy, that's for sure. But with the queen excluder, there's only going to be nectar and honey above. So I'm hoping I can maybe extract some June, July. I normally don't extract till August, but maybe I'll get some early this year. This is the nuke. It's a 5-frame nuke. Looking good in there. Pretty calm. They don't jump out at me, which is nice. So I looked in there the other day and found that the swarm cell had emerged, and I moved that swarm cell from the bottom of the frame to the middle of the frame because it was touching the bottom of the box when I put the frame in, and I was a bit concerned because it flattened it out just a little bit, so I moved it, but she emerged anyway, so that's good. I'm gonna have to keep on these guys because see when she starts laying eggs. Hopefully she returns anyway. I'm thinking she has. They're pretty calm. Let's see, are they bringing pollen in? It's early days. You might need to make them some fresh room. They will fill supers even faster than drawn comb. Yeah, the comb in those 2 supers are already drawn, so you've just got to finish filling and capping. So yeah, I literally just put that top box on Friday. Yeah, Friday. It's now Sunday. So yeah, I did put some comb in these boxes because I took some frames out of here. Kind of lose track of what the heck I did now because this came from the queenless portion. So they've got fresh frames in there. I'm pretty sure they've got some fresh frames in there too. But yeah, it's hard to keep track. That's one of the reasons I do videos and I still don't go back and watch them. You got some baby queens. I know you had some nukes the other day. Yeah, exactly. That's why I make videos, but then I forget to go back and watch them. I don't tend to go back to watch my videos. So I'll leave it up to you, Dave, to let me know what the heck I've done. And the reason my frames are so darn tall, these are 26 inches to the top of the stand, is because we had a flood here a few years ago. My beehives used to be right next to this oak tree. They used to sit right here. And I had an old steel shed on this pad. And then when I had the new shed put in, I tore the steel shed down. And we had a flood one year. And when I stood in front, at the front entrance of the shed, the water was up to my knee. So I figured if that may happen again, because this river back here, usually once or twice a year, at least once or twice a year, it really does get quite high. We get some serious rainfall, and all the tiled farmers' fields, they go straight to the ditches, straight to the river, straight to my backyard. And a few years ago, the river was higher than my pond. That was the same year that it was above my knee, and I lost some koi fish. Ground is pretty flat behind you. What, over here? You're making 6 new queens. Yeah, I haven't really got into making new queens. Oh, yeah. No, the fish in that river's probably got 3 or 4 eyes and arms and legs. Who knows what's in there? There's not much in there, to be honest. Nothing fancy looking anyway, like koi. But yeah, we've had it all back here. There's my wife. Look, there she is. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody I'm videoing her. She don't like to be videoed. All right, well, I'm going to leave you with this last view of the bees, and then I'm going to get going. These guys are super busy. It's nice that they're not buzzing me. I can stand right in front of them, no problem. Bringing in lots of pollen there. That's the weak hive. It's super busy now compared to what it was a few weeks ago. If you remember, just a few weeks ago, there was hardly any activity at the front of that hive. Now it's pretty busy. And then the queenless hive, or the virgin queen. They have a virgin queen in there. I would imagine they've duked it out and just have one now. Yeah, bees are nice when they're on a good flow, that's for sure. Well, it's a beautiful day today. Swarm cells that came on the brood frames. I kept them, let them finish out. Yeah, I managed to save a couple of queen cells. I can't remember if they were swarm cells. Last year I got 2. It was the hive that was sat here at the time. There were queen cells in there, and it was another split that I'd done, and I knew there was a bunch of queen cells in there. I must have timed it just right because oh, she's after me. Nope, she's gone. I managed to get some queens and open up their cells and release them, so that was cool. All right, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. Take care now.